What is up, everyone? Renfail here, and welcome to the new announcement for the next series that we're going to be doing here on the channel, reading through the great Dune Trilogy, which is the first three books in the Dune saga. Now, why did I choose the first three books? Why are we choosing to read the trilogy? Well, the movies that are currently coming out, the first one, which launched a couple years ago, the second part, which is coming out this fall, and then they have a third part that is forthcoming still, cover these original three books. In addition, if you remember, the Sci-Fi Channel did an adaptation in the early 2000s, which also covered the first three books in the saga. There's a lot here to read through, and it kind of does establish the early parts of the Dune universe, and it's kind of the easiest to read. Everything beyond book three gets very convoluted, and then you have all of the additional material that Frank Herbert's son, Brian Herbert, has written with Kevin J. Anderson, which is great and it's fun, but that's sort of like the extended universe with Star Wars. It's kind of supplemental stuff that's out there, has tons of great information, great other stories and everything else. But for those who just want to stick to the classics in terms of informing themselves about the movies that are currently airing, this is what this is all about. So, if you're familiar with the Mondays in Middle-earth show, then you're already familiar with how this is going to work. If you're not, let me give you a brief explanation of how this works. We will be starting with a chapter by chapter analysis of the first novel, and we will be going through in sequential order. So starting with Dune, then going to Dune Messiah, and then going into the Children of Dune after that. Each week, a new episode will air. Each episode focuses on a chapter of the novel. When I do these episodes, I sort of read them not live, but I read them on camera, not verbatim because you can't do that. That would be against the rules of YouTube and copyright and everything else. But we do analyze segments, and then I take those segments, discuss those segments, splice it all together. We end up with 20 to 30 minute long episodes covering whatever chapter it is that we were reading for the week. That's what we're going to be doing here as well. So if that sounds fun to you and you like Dune, maybe you've never read Dune and you want to know more, tune in, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, because that's how you're going to know when to get updated when the next episode is available. Now, I don't have a launch date for this yet. This is the announcement video. The launch of this is coming soon. I may be starting to read this in the month of May. It might be June, but sometime within the next, I would say, 3 to 6 weeks, this is going to be kicking off once I establish a schedule for it and go from there. The Mondays in Middle-earth show obviously airs on Monday at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Central. I'll probably be spacing this somewhere in between there so that we're not doing book reviews or book chapter analysis too close to each other. So expect this to probably air like on a Thursday maybe, or a Friday, something like that. We'll see as we get closer to it. But this is your announcement video to stay tuned. This is coming in the pipeline. Hopefully you're excited for it as I am. Until next time, everybody, stay safe. Happy reading. Cheers.